Hi everyone! Today I'd love to walk you through the steps for my jellyfish painting. I'm working on an 8 inches by 10 inches canvas board, and to start, I'm lightly dividing the surface into thirds, what we usually call the rule of thirds. I don't normally use guides or pencil sketches when I paint, but I thought this might make the process easier for you to follow. If you want to paint along, there's also a downloadable jellyfish sketch you can use as a template. Once lines are in place, I sketch the jellyfish. I'm placing them near the points inside the middle square to create a balanced composition. These guides will also help later when we start layering color. For the background, I'm using Ultramarine and Cobalt Blue, letting the colors behind into a soft ocean atmosphere. Then I move on to the jellyfish themselves. I'm using neon yellow mixed with white for the bright glowing look. I also mark 4 areas near the corner of the center square. This area. These will become my main focus points. I'll build shadows around them so they stand out more. Now I'm adding some shadows. These jellyfish are inspired by the Pacific nettle. They usually have these 3 long tentacles, but I'm giving mine 2. Just because I like the way they intertwine. When adding shadows, keep in mind that the top tentacle should stay lighter than the one behind it. I'm adding the lighter blue around the jellyfish to achieve the glowing look from their body. So that's why I chose the between color blue and their neon yellow. It's like a emerald green. Next, I deepen the ocean by adding darker hues to the background. This helps the jellyfish feel illuminated almost like they are floating in their own light. I paint around each jellyfish carefully. Blending in the dark blue with the emerald green, so it's not that obvious contrast. I want the gradation around the jellyfish. For making a gradation in acrylic is not very easy. If you use enough paint, you can achieve that when it's still wet and while it's still wet. Now for the finer line work on the legs, take your time here. Patience really pays off with these details. I use flat brush for this. I'm adding more neon green shadows for the jellyfish, so they're not that flat. They look more 3D. For the final step, I paint the tentacles. I start with a blush gray and create lots of thin lines. After they are dry, I add highlights. These line works will make the jellyfish look more realistic, and you can see the tentacles intertwine. I add some highlights there. So I'm drawing tentacles here. The thin one, thin and many tentacles. It's not that bright color here. It's kind of gray, blue, but I don't add black to make the gray. I like adding blue with maybe a bit of purple. So the tentacles, there are some in the front, there are some in the back. So I make these tentacles not so bright, because right now, as you see, I'm adding highlights here to make the tentacles look more 3D. And for the little extra magic, I finished with some decorative bubbles. I always love adding bubbles to my ocean pieces. It makes the painting more moving. Now it's all done. Thanks for watching. I hope this brings you some joy and inspiration.